Hello everybody, this is Impediment here, and I am using my all-time favorite setup in this game. By the way, this is an older game. Don't really even notice, but this is kind of an older game, if you're wondering. And AK-47 dual mags in order to provide you with the ammo amounts you need, and faster reload, but that's not that big of a deal. And Flak Jacket regular, because Flak Jacket Pro is not worth really getting. I'm using Tactical Mask Pro, because that is the best perk to get in the game, although the hardest. And Sleight of Hand Pro. What this perk and weapon setup does is it pretty much makes it so you rarely die by retarded things in this game. There are still ghosts, but as long as you don't sprint around corners, you're good. And anyway, so this game is on Headquarters. Again, trying to bring you something a little bit different. Whether it be sufficiently different or not, I don't know. But I think this is actually my first game I uploaded, although this will be my second game I recorded. So I have another game coming up at some point with the Olympia, 50 kill Headquarters Olympia game. I look forward to that. And so I actually do not know what I'm going to talk about this gameplay. I actually, not many people know the band Rush. Talk about music in like all my commentaries. I don't know why. I mean, I listen to music, but I haven't even listened to music today. I don't listen to it as much as it may seem that I do. But anyway, most people haven't heard of the band Rush, and I don't think they get as much as they deserve. They have been around since the late 60s, and well, technically they don't have the 3 original members, but their drummer Neil Peart joined the band very early on, so they have pretty much the 3 original members, although not quite. And they have they're all still alive 40 years later, so that alone is a feat. Usually bands that were made during that time died off because of drugs or alcohol poisoning, but they managed to stay together. And another thing is, I mean, they've released hundreds and hundreds of songs, and there's 3 guys, and almost all the songs are written by 1 guy. So it's like, really? Their amount of just everything they make is good. Some of it is different levels of good, obviously. I mean, there always is. There always are different levels, I suppose, to be proper grammar, but it's simply amazing how many different and unique songs they have. It's not for everyone, because like Geddy Lee's voice is kind of higher pitch and not everyone appreciates it. Neil Peart's drumming is it's progressive pretty much. It's progressive rock is their technical genre, and a lot of people don't really appreciate that type of music. And they have the weirdest time signature you ever see. They have like 6/8. No, actually 6/8's not even weird. I don't know why I said that. They have like 3/8, 5/8, 8/11. They have really weird. Well, not 8/11. I'm making up time signatures here. Their time signatures are so weird they blow your mind. No, they have like 11/8 and stuff like that though. They have very unique music, and even though their drummer and their singer is absolutely fantastic, and their guitarist is absolutely amazing too. These 3 guys. Oh, also at this point I should note that Geddy Lee, the singer of the band, is also the bassist and the piano player of the band, because he has like 8 hands, so he can do all of that. And he is a phenomenal bassist too. It's kind of funny. My favorite song is a Rush song. It's called The Necromancer. My favorite band is Metallica, and my favorite album is from Disturbed. So it's kind of a weird little mix there, especially with the Rush randomly thrown in. Most people don't think that someone who likes Disturbed would also like Rush. I don't know. They're one of the greatest bands they literally are one of the greatest bands to have ever lived. They have stuck together. They have made the most good music. It's just simply amazing that they haven't died off yet. And it's hard to fathom sticking together and knowing someone for 40 years and making music and enjoying their presence for that long. I mean, it's pretty amazing that they have been touring and been performing and been successful for so many years. When you look at a band like I don't know, Metallica, they formed in, I can't even remember, but it was like 80s at some point, early 80s, late 70s, I don't know, something like that. And so they've been together for like, what, 30 years? Their bassist has changed numerous times. They've changed the guitarist. Their drummer and their singer is the original. So Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield have stayed, and Mr. Guitarist man, I forgot what his name was originally spot was originally filled by Dave Mustaine, who shortly before the release of the first album swapped to Kirk Hammett. No, Kirk Hammett? Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, so the first album and part of Call of Cthulhu, whatever, was written by Dave Mustaine, who, if you do not know, is the lead singer and I think rhythm guitar, I don't know, for Megadeth. So Megadeth and Metallica, that's one reason why they sound similar, is because they have the same, well, the guitarist is the lead singer. I love the chord progression of Megadeth. It's one of the main thing I like the band is because their chord progression is so unique to in the rock scene. It's kind of amazing. Which, for some reason, is leading me to a completely random subject. That the original rock composer was probably Gustav Holst in like 1905. I mean, Beethoven, they all had good symphonies and stuff, but I'm sure you've heard the song Mars, Bringer of War at some point. It's in the part of Star Wars where they're blowing up the Death Star. The cover by Metallica, Am I Evil, has part of it in it. So, I mean, it's all over the place. I'm not going to sing it to you, but it's a very interesting song, and it's amazing. It's the ultimate war song. It's called Mars, Bringer of War by Gustav Holst. And he was the original rock man. He also has, it's in the album Planets, and also in that album, I mean, there's seven, I think? Yeah, 7 songs, excluding Earth and Pluto, which they didn't know existed at the time. Yeah, they didn't make a song for Earth, so. They have a song for all the other ones, though. The most popular ones are Jupiter and Mars, although Venus is pretty popular too, but it's mostly Mars and Jupiter. And it's Mars, Bringer of War, and Jupiter, Bringer of, like, Jollity, or something along those lines. And another random artist that I'll talk about is Vetus. And most of you probably don't know who this guy is, but he's a Russian singer. He sings in Russian. He doesn't sing in English. And he is what probably gonna mess it up. It's like contratenor, something along those lines. Contratenor. I don't know. It's some super high pitched squealing noise thingy he can do. It's very amazing that he orients it into his songs and that he does it so well. And he's a pretty good singer. My favorite song is like Opera Number 2 or something along those lines. His name is how it sounds, Vitas, Vitas. Look him up too. He's pretty cool. And so there's a lot of unique artists out there. I mean, well, Gustav Holst's not out there anymore. He's on the ground, you know. So, hey, I just thought of a joke. Well, I didn't think of it. I just remembered a joke, I should say. So, do you know how they figured out where Beethoven was buried? He kept decomposing. Sorry, it's a music joke. Sorry. Like the worst form of torture is listening to Piccolo's tune. If you get the jokes, then I love you. If you don't, then whatever. They're just band jokes. And this game is coming to an end. If the game had lasted a little bit longer, I would have gotten more kills. But, you know, c'est la vie. C'est la vie is French for that is life. And French is a wonderful language. It actually makes more sense in English, even though people will argue. Some of the words, like qu'est-ce or qu'est-ce is spelled Q-U-E Q-U apostrophe E-S-T hyphen C-E space Q-U apostrophe O-N. And that's qu'est-ce. So anyway, guys, that has been the game. And if you liked the video, then like it. If you would like to share an opinion on the video, comment. And if you want to see more, subscribe. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you later.